This is the single most important story in ancient Egypt. A god-king murdered by his own brother. A grieving wife who pieces his body back together. A son who grows up to avenge his father in a war that decides the fate of the world. For 3,000 years, this one myth explained why pharaohs ruled, what happened when you died, and why the universe is a constant struggle between order and chaos. This is the murder of Osiris, and everything that came after it. In the beginning of the world, the gods themselves ruled Egypt as kings, and the greatest of them was Osiris. Osiris was the eldest son of the earth and the sky, and he became the first divine pharaoh. Under his reign, Egypt entered a golden age. Before Osiris, the myths say, humans were little more than savages. They didn't farm, they didn't follow laws, some even practiced cannibalism. Osiris changed all of it. He taught humanity how to grow grain and tend vines. He gave them laws and justice. He taught them to honor the gods. He civilized the world, not through force, but through wisdom and kindness, and he was beloved for it. At his side was his wife, who was also his sister, the goddess Isis, brilliant and powerful, a master of magic, who ruled beside him and was as loved as he was. It was, by every account, a perfect reign. But Osiris had a brother. And his brother was watching all of this love and admiration with a feeling that curdled, year by year, into something murderous. His name was Set. Set's jealousy is one of the oldest portrayals of envy in human storytelling. He didn't just want to kill Osiris, he wanted the throne, the kingdom, the love, all of it. And he was cunning. Set threw a magnificent banquet and invited Osiris and 72 of his conspirators. At the height of the feast, Set had a stunning object brought out, a beautiful chest, an ornate coffin, made of cedar and ebony and gold, the most exquisite thing anyone had seen. And Set announced a game. He would give this priceless chest to whichever guest could lie down inside it and fit it perfectly. One by one, the guests tried. For some it was too short, for others too long. None fit, because Set had secretly built it to the exact measurement of one person, and one person only, Osiris. When Osiris's turn came, he lay down inside, and of course it fit him like it was made for him, because it was. And the instant he was inside, Set's conspirators rushed forward, slammed the heavy lid down, nailed it shut, and sealed every seam with molten lead. Osiris was trapped inside his own beautiful coffin. They carried it to the Nile and threw it in, and the river bore the sealed chest, and the suffocating god within it, out toward the sea. The good king was dead, betrayed by his brother at his own feast. With Osiris gone, Set seized the throne of Egypt, and his reign was the opposite of his brother's: chaos, harshness, the desert encroaching on the fertile land. But Isis would not accept her husband's death. Consumed by grief and love, she cut her hair, put on mourning robes, and set out to find his body, searching the length of Egypt and beyond. The coffin had drifted across the sea to the foreign city of Byblos, where it had lodged in a tree that grew up around it, and the tree had been cut down and made into a pillar in a king's palace, the dead god hidden inside it the whole time. Through patience and magic, Isis found it, revealed herself, and recovered the coffin at last. She brought her husband's body home and hid it in the marshes of the Nile Delta while she prepared the magic to revive him. But here is where the story turns even darker. One night, Set was out hunting by the light of the moon, and by terrible chance he discovered the hidden coffin. He recognized his brother's body. And this time, killing Osiris once was not enough. Set tore the body into 14 pieces and scattered them across the whole of Egypt, throwing the parts into the Nile, so that Osiris could never be made whole, never be revived, never return. He thought that would finally be the end of it. What Isis did next is the heart of the entire myth. She refused to let her husband be erased. So, often with the help of her sister Nephthys, Isis set out a second time, this time to gather the 14 scattered pieces of Osiris from across all of Egypt. Wherever she found a piece, she is said to have honored the spot, which is why many places in Egypt later claimed to be Osiris's burial site. She recovered 13 of the 14 pieces. The 14th had been swallowed by a fish in the Nile and was lost, so Isis fashioned a replacement through her magic. Then, using the most powerful sorcery known to the gods, Isis bound Osiris's body back together, the first mummy, the prototype for every mummification ritual Egyptians would perform for the next 3,000 years. And she breathed life back into him, just long enough. Transforming herself into a bird, a kite, she hovered over her restored husband and conceived a child with him, a son. With that act, Osiris's purpose in the world of the living was complete. He could not stay, a being who has died cannot simply resume life among the living. So Osiris descended into the underworld, the Duat, and there he became its king, the great god of the dead, the Lord who would judge every human soul forever after. And Isis went into hiding, deep in the marshes, to raise their son in secret, to protect him from Set, who would surely kill the child if he found him. That son was Horus. And he was born for one purpose, to grow up, and to reclaim his father's stolen throne. When Horus came of age, he challenged Set for the throne of Egypt, and what followed was one of the longest, strangest conflicts in mythology, a struggle the texts say lasted 80 years. It was part open warfare and part a divine lawsuit, argued before a tribunal of the gods, with Set claiming the throne by strength and Horus claiming it by right as Osiris's heir. The two gods fought in brutal and bizarre contests. In one battle, Set tore out one of Horus's eyes. Horus, in turn, wounded Set severely. The eye of Horus was later healed and restored, and it became one of the most powerful protective symbols in all of Egypt, the Eye of Horus, worn as an amulet for thousands of years and still recognized around the world today. The conflict raged back and forth, neither able to win outright. Finally, the gods sought the judgment of Osiris himself, now Lord of the Dead. From the underworld, Osiris sent word, reminding the gods that he was the one who had given them grain and order, and warning that even the dead could be roused against them. The tribunal ruled in favor of Horus. He was crowned the rightful king of Egypt. Set was defeated, in some versions cast out to the deserts and storms where he belonged, in others reconciled into a different role. And this is where the myth becomes the foundation of an entire civilization. From that moment, every living pharaoh of Egypt was identified with Horus, the living king was Horus on the throne. And every pharaoh who died became Osiris, the dead king joining the lord of the underworld. The myth wasn't just a story. It was the operating system of Egyptian kingship, the eternal, legitimate transfer of power from a dead father king to a living son king, repeated for 3,000 years, every single time a pharaoh died and a new one took the throne. And for ordinary Egyptians, Osiris's journey became their own hope. If a god could be murdered, dismembered, and still conquer death to live forever, then maybe, by following his path, they could too. One family's murder became a whole people's promise of eternal life. So the murder of Osiris isn't just a dark family drama. It's the myth that gave Egypt its kings, its funerals, its afterlife, and its entire understanding of order battling chaos. Every mummy wrapped, every pharaoh crowned, every prayer for eternal life traces back to one god, betrayed by his brother, and the wife and son who refused to let him be erased. If you want to follow Osiris into his kingdom, and walk the full journey of an Egyptian soul through the underworld to judgment, that's our next video. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the duat.